I want you to make an effort and plan my whole birthday for me. Friendship officially over. You have 6 weeks to prove you care about me. Get the over yourself. Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sam, otherwise known as Sneerix from TikTok. Yes, it has been quite a while since I've put out a video that hasn't been some sort of skit form. And yes, it's been about a year since I put out a video of this style, and I know a bunch of you were asking me to do a follow-up of the one I did last time, which was reading entitled wedding invitations. And today we're gonna be doing something a little bit similar, which will be reading entitled birthday invitations. Once again, we're just being thrown into the fire here, and we're just seeing the chaos, and we don't know the full story. So that sometimes makes it interesting, and that sometimes makes it frustrating because we want to know how these things end. If you know anything about any of these situations, make sure to comment them below. This first one looks like it's coming from a Facebook post. We have a screenshot that says, "Tomorrow is my birthday, and people I thought were super close friends have done for me. And most of them know I work tomorrow and it's going down Tuesday. So if I don't get yes, I'm going to be big mad because I always do something some way, somehow for those who are super close to me. In all caps, I don't care. It's my day and I always make yours great. So make mine great too." All right, let me just take all that in, back it up a little bit, and start from the beginning. It sounds like this person is using the fact that they do things for others and are expecting that same kindness back, because we are always told, put good stuff out there in the universe, it's bound to come back, the whole karma thing. However, you can't demand that people do something for your birthday, especially as an adult, unless it's like some big thing where you're like, we're celebrating our 50th birthday or 100th birthday. Like, those are significant birthdays. But maybe to expect that every single year, to send you money, to come out and even go to a dinner every single year, unless like you're in their immediate circle again and this is like family, you know, close friends, whatever. It's just not realistic to expect people to be able to drop everything and celebrate your birthday, let alone everyone else's birthday that could be a potential acquaintance to them. Because if we're getting past just celebrating our close friends and family, why would we celebrate you and not every single other person in the office or, you know, whatever? I think people just forget that birthdays are really insignificant to every single other person besides yourself. Okay, it looks like another Facebook post here. This is a lengthy one, so let's just break this down, all right? "I'm having a slumber party for my 26th birthday on Tuesday. Me and my brother are hosting it, so due to the large amounts of males there, my mom suggested there would be at least 6 to 8 girls. 6 to 8? Or 6 girls to 8 guys. I think they mean 6 to 8, and they put a slash instead of a dash. There should be at least 6 to 8 girls attending to even it out. I have asked a few so far, even coming to people's houses and giving them a personal invitation, but so far my effort has gone unwanted as per usual." Here we go. Okay. "If anyone wants to attend, message me. I'll pay you $5 if you bring either a card or a gift." So we're getting to a point here where we are now paying people to come, which I guess is an incentive. "We will be going to Chuck E. Cheese's around 7:30 p.m. Hold on, pause. What time does Chuck E. Cheese close? I'm looking that up. 9 p.m. So this is gonna be a pretty quick birthday party. Not much you can do as an adult at Chuck E. Cheese, so I suppose I can understand why we're keeping it brief. "So be at my house at 6:30 to 7. Okay, so I guess maybe everyone's carpooling. "Would expect at least some people to attend, as I've been generally gracious enough generally to many people over the years, and personally I'm sick of my kindness getting shoved back in my face. Woo! I think it's pretty unfair to leave me alone on my birthday of all days, so please RSVP ASAP. Thanks." We have a 26-year-old having a birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese on a Tuesday. Okay. We have a confusing thing about there needing to be a balanced amount of males and females. This is also a slumber party. If that is something you want to do, and you know that people are gonna want to have a slumber party, do it. That sounds like an awesome time, but it sounds like, just based on everything we've just read, that this person is like begging people to come, even offering to pay them to come. So this doesn't really sound like the people that are going because they want to be there or because they want to celebrate this person. It sounds like it's either gonna be out of guilt for the money, for the fact that they get to go to Chuck E. Cheese as an adult. I would feel very bad for this person. And so would you want me to be there just because I feel bad for you? Like, that doesn't sound fun. And if I'm only there because I feel bad for you, I'm sure not sleeping at your house. So somebody left a comment, is it a joint birthday or something? The original poster said, no. Why do you ask? Because you said you're going to Chuck E. Cheese. That's for kids mostly. So I just assumed you and your brother shared your birthday celebrations. How old is your brother? This person is wondering why the brother part was even brought up, which is a good point. And then if this is a sleepover, why would you specifically want the ratio of females and males to be, you know, like, what's going on here? And what happens if someone non-binary shows up? Is that gonna throw everything off? Because I don't know. Like, is this real? Like, how is this a real thing? The original poster says, no, it's just my birthday. And he's 31. Okay. He's a whole ass adult. Also, Chuck E. Cheese isn't just for kids.
LOL.
Don't try to make me feel bad for picking a restaurant for my birthday meal. You're not even being like friendly. You're not even being like, yeah, I know it's silly. I know we're adults, but you know, it's a nostalgic thing. It's, you know, maybe my 6th birthday was at Chuck E. Cheese. So my 26th birthday is at, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think, anyway, this person was trying to make them feel bad. I think they probably read this ridiculous post and they were like, what the did I just read? And they were asking for clarification because it's very confusing. Like, there's just a lot of details that don't need to be in this. Like, do you remember in school there would be these like literature prompts or like little excerpts that you would get, and you would have to go in and just like circle or cross out things that were just like too much information or were irrelevant, I suppose is a better word. That's what I feel like this is. I feel like I need to go in and just cross out like half of what they wrote and just say, I'm having a slumber party for my 26th birthday. It's at 7:30. Please come. That's it. This next one looks like a text conversation. The sender saying, you do album covers, right? My daughter, 13 years old, has a band and I want to surprise her for her birthday. Could you do that? The person who received the message said, absolutely. What sort of work would you like done? Depending on how complex it is, I'll probably take between 1 to 2 hours to do. My rate is 25 euros per hour, if that's okay with you. The sender sends back 10 euros. Flat rate, half before and half after. Well,
do we have a deal?
Mind you, these all came in within 2 minutes, so it seems a little pushy, but maybe that's just me being sensitive. The receiver says, apologies, my prices are non-negotiable. I can spend no longer than 1 hour on it if you prefer a low-cost alternative. The sender decides to offer 15. Original price was 25. They've offered 10, now 15. Final offer. I can upfront if you want. No, sorry, 25 per hour or nothing at all. I think that that's fair so far. Great. She's crying now. How does it feel? You made a child cry just so you could have 10 measly bucks extra. I hope you feel ashamed of yourself. Her birthday is ruined. Congratulations, pal. Okay, once again, let's back it up here. Originally, this sender said that this was supposed to be a surprise. So when I interpret the word surprise, I assume someone doesn't know about it. I don't know about your definition of surprise. So I'm wondering why this 13-year-old is crying over a birthday cake, especially if you didn't even know that that was supposed to be a thing. I feel like if I wasn't even expecting it, I'd just be like, oh, that sucks. Anyway, you know, I don't know. I remember when I was 13, I don't think I gave a what was on my cake as long as I had cake. So this girl went from having no idea this was happening to now being in tears in 20 minutes over. I think it was a cool idea to put someone's album cover on a cake. That's cool. I'm sure you could get that service done anywhere. Printing pictures on a cake is like a thing they can do at just like the grocery store. Oh man, I'm just assuming this person never responded because why would you? We have another Facebook post. My birthday is in 5 days, July 20th. For those who can't make it to me, my Cash App is blank. Anything is fine, thanks. Looks like this was kind of like an edit later down the line. I see that a lot of you all like this yesterday, but no one dropped anything in my Cash App. Let's try it again. SMH, if I tagged you, that means I consider you a friend. Let's make it happen. Blocked, deleted, friendship officially over. I don't know how old this person is, unfortunately. I can only imagine. It's not a requirement for someone to give you anything. Someone even acknowledging your birthday is kind of a big deal. I don't know about you. Ever since I got off Facebook, which was like 2015, I don't remember a single person's birthday unless they're like in my immediate circle. That's about it. I'm not gonna remember your birthday. I think maybe as kids, we kind of have this huge glorified birthday and we have birthday parties and everyone brings you all this stuff and your parents are paying for all of it and they're the ones dealing with all the details and they're the ones coordinating it and making sure that everything is in order. And then maybe when we grow up and we get a little bit older, maybe some people have a hard time letting go of that receiving and not having to really do anything besides just be the center of attention, if that makes sense. So maybe that's kind of what we're dealing with here. This is really random, but I just found this tack on the floor because I was trying to hang up my YouTube plaques because I have nothing behind me, obviously, and I have 2 YouTube plaques. Thank you, YouTube. And I was trying to hang it up, dropped it, and I spilled tacks everywhere. And when I went to pick it up, I actually cut my fingers. So, okay. Next one. I'm already seeing a lot of capital letters. Dear friends, every year I make it a point to make my birthday special. Not just for me, but to accommodate each and every one of you. I put in so much time and effort into making sure that you are all comfortable and able to make it that by the time my birthday arrives, I am physically and emotionally drained. Pause.
Immediately no. Immediately no.
That is on you. Nobody seems to be asking you to do this. Not really sure why this is so aggressive towards other people when this is a choice that you are making. So this year, I want to try something different. I want you to make an effort and plan my whole birthday for me. If you can call, text, and ask for my assistance any given time, day or night, you can do this. And if most of you, excluding those who have actually helped me a lot last year, can leave me with more than half the check, you sure as hell can chip in and make me feel special. That just gets me in the birthday party mood. Over the years, I have overextended myself to a lot of you, but all the while feeling unappreciated. So now I am being blunt. This is what I want. And if you don't come through for me, we're done. You have 6 weeks to prove you care about me. Start now. I need like a drink of water after this one. Holy all right, no. If you are volunteering to throw your own birthday party and make it really big, that is solely on you. To give people a deadline saying that they have 6 weeks to prove they care about someone, defining how much you care about someone based on your monetary input or how much you're willing to spend on them, that could be asking a lot from somebody, especially like, for example, maybe this is like a single parent that they're asking who can't afford a babysitter or maybe has to work their second job that night. Or you know what I mean? Like just like doesn't have the time for your bullshit. To cut someone off because they don't plan your birthday party or fund your birthday party as an adult, that's not a good look. That's just gross. No offense to this person. If you want to hire a party planner, that's a thing. If you don't want to spend the money on hiring somebody, then don't have a giant birthday party. These are the posts where I really want to know what happens. I want to know if anybody showed up to this party. I want to know if anybody commented on it and was just like, dude, what the f***? What is this? This looks like it is a Reddit post, and this is a question of, is this normal or am I being entitled? This is for a kid's birthday party. The post says, earlier today, I went to a birthday party for my daughter's friend from school. The party was being held at Build-A-Bear, but wasn't run by the employees. We had cake and pizza in the food court, then went down to Build-A-Bear to make bears, then back to the friend's house for the rest of the party. I went to a Build-A-Bear party when I was probably in elementary school, and it was super fun. I think I still have my cat. This is literally the cat I made from that birthday party. So I just wanted to share that. Does anybody else have this cat? I'm just gonna have her sit with me now. Anyway, the invitation said each kid, about 8 total, would go make a bear, and I just assumed they would get to take them home, since that is what happened at another Build-A-Bear party I went to. Me and my husband even pitched in about $30, as we know these things can get expensive. Build-A-Bear is kind of pricey and expensive because you can make the bear, or in this case a cat, but if you want to add any of the cool features to it, like this cute little snazzy robe and what's your little pajama thing here? You're gonna get me taken down off YouTube with that hanging out. We get to the store and the kids go wild getting their animals and accessories, of course. As far as I know, the parents didn't really put a limit, but I made my daughter stick to just a standard dog with a shirt, which about half the parents did as well. So it sounds like the host parents haven't really set boundaries on what they're expecting in terms of payment. They're not giving everyone a limit, saying like every kid can spend $40. All is well. We leave the store. Then the friend's mom announces that the kids need to give all their animals to her daughter. Cue the upset and angry kids. They all disappointingly handed over their animals, and the friend wasn't even being nice about it either. Another little boy didn't want to, and the friend ripped it out of his hand. I probably should have said something, but I didn't. The other parent seemed pretty baffled too. 8 people made stuffed animals. And the thing about Build-A-Bear is it's supposed to be, you put in the love to his heart and you know, it's your personal bear that you make. And then to not have any idea that you're making it for someone else, like to go into it being like, oh, I want this because I want to customize it this way because this is what I like. And to have no idea that that is going to actually be a gift for someone else. It's very odd that everybody would go and do something together and have fun and then turn around and they would just straight up take it from them, literally clearly the friend ripped it out of someone's hands. What are you gonna say? It's not like you can yell at the birthday girl when her parents are the ones that are encouraging this. And the parents, what are they supposed to say? Because they didn't pay for it? It sounds like this parent paid $30 for it. Continuing on, we get back to the friend's house and our kids are watching as the friend plays with all of her new animals. I left with my daughter pretty quickly, and once we got back into the car, she just started bawling. You'd think if you were the parent and you were like, okay, everybody give your creations to my daughter, it's her birthday, and everyone was upset about it, you'd think at that point, you'd be like, okay, go put those all away because we're not gonna just like taunt the other kids with them. Like, go put them in your room. The mom says, I felt so bad. We went back to Build-A-Bear and got her a new one. I was just wondering, is this totally normal and I should have expected this, or am I being an entitled parent? That was very sweet that they went back and got them another one. I don't know about you, but I certainly didn't get to go to Build-A-Bear often. So when I did, it was like a really big fun experience. Going into it, if there was literally before anyone made a bear, the expectations were set that you were making a bear for the birthday girl. You're not making one for yourself. That might be a different story, although still a little odd, but to not let anyone know that what they're doing they don't get to keep, that's just mean. And these are the kids who grow up and post on Facebook at 26 years old that people need to buy them stuff, people need to give them money, people should be planning their part. You know, those are the kids that grow up and post this shit. So this is the last one I have, and for whatever reason it does not want to pull up on my laptop. So I'm actually just going to be reading it off my main computer, so if I'm looking at an awkward angle, it's because I'm now reading it on a different computer. Last one. I think this is a Nextdoor post, which if you don't know what Nextdoor is, it's an app, it's a website where if you live in a neighborhood or a community, people in that same community can post to it. For example, if you are looking for a lawn service, you can post and be like, hey, does anybody have any recommendations on like who cuts their lawn? Or they can be like, hey, I found a lost cat. It's literally like Facebook, but solely for the purpose of connecting with people in your neighborhood. So this is what came off of Nextdoor. What would you do if you encountered a birthday Grinch? My grandson had a birthday party in my daughter's backyard. It went well, and a couple of weeks later, my grandson asked me why his friend Greg did not give him a gift. Nothing. Nada. El Zippo. Not even a self-made card. The parents of this individual are not by any means in poverty. Both parents work and live in a nice home in our neighborhood. So we are unhappy that one of the guests did not bring anything, including a self-made card, with the knowledge that the parents are well off. Next paragraph. If it was someone I knew that could not even afford a dollar store gift, I would have told my grandson, look here, some people who are just not as fortunate as others and they could not afford a gift. So you should be happy he came to your birthday. And you did a good deed by inviting this boy. Apparently, that's not going to happen. Let's see how they're going to respond. Back in Russia, when we did not have much material items, this happened to be the case. But if parents who did not bring a gift, they brought a baked item. Gosh, this is hard to read. Okay. But coming empty-handed to a birthday party, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. I feel like approaching this parent and mentioning, my grandson keeps asking me why he did not receive a gift from you. What do you want me to tell my grandson? Or would you like me to ask him to ask you why he did not receive a gift from you? My husband said just leave it alone and don't invite them to any other occasions. What would you do? I don't believe it's even worth asking about it, especially to be like, what should I tell my kid? Do you want me to have him ask you why, so that way you can explain to my kid why you didn't buy him anything? Like, what a weird position to put the birthday kid in, and the kid who didn't bring anything, and the parents. It is pretty typical that you would bring something. Is it on the invitation that you have to bring a gift? Is it really a written rule anywhere that you have to bring a gift? Not to my knowledge. You showed up to support someone, you showed up to help celebrate their party. I'm glad that the husband kind of deterred her from saying anything, because I feel like that would have just been so rude to say something, and I understand that they feel like it's rude that they showed up without bringing something, but again, they're lucky they even showed up at all, I would say. Hold on, my dog's coming in here. You can come in. Come on. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. I think the underlying message that you're putting out there is the reason we invited you is to bring something, not to help celebrate not because we want to see you. Like, if you're so hung up on one kid not bringing a gift, I guess they said a handmade card. So it sounded like they were just upset that nothing was brought. And while, yes, of course, putting in a little bit effort is nice, it is not a rule. I think if I had a birthday party when I was a kid and I invited a bunch of people, I probably wouldn't have even noticed if someone didn't get me anything. So the fact that the kid even noticed, I'm wondering if maybe the grandma or the mom or someone mentioned it to them, like kind of made, like put it in their head and been like, oh, so-and-so didn't get you anything, or I wonder why so-and-so didn't get you anything. And then the kid's like now asking like, hey, why didn't he get me anything? Because unless they're really astute or unless they are just really materialistic, I don't feel like I would have noticed. But to answer the question, what would you do? I wouldn't give a at the end of the day, did your kid have a good time? Was your kid glad this kid showed up? Was this other kid polite? Was there a list of things that happened and in addition they didn't bring anything? Like, that's not what this sounds like. It sounds like they just showed up and this grandma can't get over the fact that they didn't show up with anything. So get the over yourself. Maybe try and instill some less materialistic values in your grandson. It makes it hard for people to want to celebrate with you or even want to reach out and just say happy birthday. And if you have a really big friend group, you could potentially be doing birthday stuff all the time and people don't necessarily have the time for that. Now, granted, there are people, sorry, my battery's about to die, so I'm talking really fast. There are people out there that love celebrating birthdays and they love to throw parties, and that's wonderful. And if you're the type of person that wants to have someone throw you a party, then find yourself a friend that wants to throw you a party. Otherwise, going on Facebook and being bratty and just snobby and telling people that they need to do this or they need to do that or else they're not your friend, like, ew, I'm just going to block you and delete you, and that's that. That is just like, first of all, extreme. It is bratty, it is entitled, it is snobby, and it is Karen. And we are going to leave it at that because thank you, Beans, because my camera battery is about to die. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any suggestions on types of comments or situations that you want me to respond to in the future, I'm going to be trying to make more content like this and get back into the swing of things of making YouTube videos and not just the shorts or TikToks. I actually have a real camera, you guys. I'm not on my phone, so I can do things on my phone now while I'm recording. It's literally a whole new world for me. 2023 is going to be big, you guys. And in the meantime, I just want to thank you guys so much for supporting me and still being here. I just recently reached 1 million on YouTube, which is like, I never ever thought that I would be even at 10 followers on YouTube, let alone 1 million. It's like actually very surreal to me. And so I just wanted to thank you all personally. And in the meantime, I hope you guys have a fabulous rest of your day and I appreciate you for being here. Bye.